Once you're a grown adult and you're out of high school or you're out of college, learning is up to you, because when you're in high school, when you're in college, you're forced to learn. You have no other option. But once you become your own adult, it's your choice whether you learn or you don't. And what you need to understand is that once you stop learning, you stop growing, because the person that you are today is because of all the years that you spent learning up until this point. So once you stop learning, you stay at the same level. But the more that you learn, the more you expand your knowledge, the more you actually learn how to do things in a different way that will actually cause you to grow. Because growth means something new. Growth is not staying the same. Growth is something new. So understand that if you want to be in a certain field, you should be able to name the top people in that field. When I wanted to get into sales, I studied Grant Cardone, Zig Ziglar, Tom Hopkins, Patrick Bet-David. These people are people who are established in the game, and I figured out what did they do to get there? What was their origin story? I figured out who they studied, so then I could go and study them, because if I can learn how they did it, I can do it myself. Nobody taught me how to do sales. Nobody taught me how to, learn about sales or anything. At one point in my life, when I was 18, I got my real estate license. And I still have it to this day. I never used it because I chose to go a different route, but I got my real estate license. And the reason why I didn't use it is because I was 18 and I didn't understand sales at the time, and I didn't understand what I know today. And this is why knowledge is power, because now with what I know today, guess what? Understanding that at the time I thought, okay, I have a real estate license, but I don't know where to go. I don't know what to do. But now that I am the age I am today and I've had more life experience, see, that was 18. I'm about to be 25 now. So what's that? 5, 6, close to 7 years. So with 7 extra years of life experience, I've learned that, okay, when you don't know something, it's not just putting your hands up and saying, I don't know, no one has taught me. No, it's about seeking the information. It's about looking for the information. Because when I was tired, see, this is the difference. When I lived at my parents' house, I got a real estate license. And I'm going to tell you guys what I learned about persistence through getting my real estate license. But here's what I'm telling you guys and why it's so important for you to move out of your parents' house. When I lived at my parents' house, right, I got my real estate license. However, like I said, I didn't know what sales was. I didn't understand that it was a deep, deep subject that, I now want to master, and I love it. I'm passionate about it. I did not understand that. All I thought was sales was, oh, do you want my product? No. Oh, okay. No worries. And so I didn't know what the fuck to do, right? I didn't know what to do. And so I did nothing. But now, understanding that once I got to the point where I was tired of fucking working a job, I couldn't stand it. I literally hated it. Hated clocking in every day, getting in my car like, fuck this shit, bro. Like, literally, as soon as I get out, I'd be pissed. I'd be going through the day, all these dumbass people in there, fucking dumbass managers, fat motherfucker, and I gotta take orders from him. Like, I hated it, right? And so once I got to that point, I was like, fuck this shit, bro. I need to become my own boss. I need to become an entrepreneur. It's time. And so I saw someone online, doing door-to-door sales. And so I said, okay, I gotta learn door-to-door sales. And that's when I started seeking the information. And now I've been an entrepreneur for over a year on my own. And it was all because I sought the information that allowed me to grow, that allowed me to actually, expand my knowledge and expand as a man and and become a better man, right? Because this is what I'm telling you guys, the pressure. Because when I was at my parents' house, I didn't have that pressure. So I got my real estate license. However, I didn't have the pressure to go out there and figure it out, right? Because it's like, I don't know, but it's whatever. It's not like a gotta make it happen mentality. You understand what I'm saying? Because if I was in that situation now and my life depended on fucking, getting my real estate license and selling some shit with that, then guess what? I'm sure I would have figured it out quick. But there was no pressure. There was nothing there. But what I learned about persistence through getting my real estate license is that it took me about probably like 6 tries. And what you need to understand about getting your real estate license is that it takes like a month. If you fail, it takes like a month before you can take another test. So it took me about 6 months of me going, studying, and I learned several things. This is why life is such a great teacher, and you just have to go through life experiences in order to learn. Everything that I've learned to this day is from life experiences. Of course, I've read some books like The Art of Seduction, right? And most of the stuff that's in this book, I learned it on my own. But, reading stuff like this kind of helps you get other people's perspectives and things. But life is such a great teacher because this experience alone taught me a lot. Simply just getting my real estate license. What did it teach me? It took me 6 months, 6 tries, right? Most people probably would have quit by then. But it taught me the value of persistence, the value of continuing regardless of how many tries it takes. And that actually led me to develop the mindset that I have today of never quitting. Why? Because I saw that I did not quit. I wanted it. I wanted it fucking bad at the time. I was like, I need this shit. I need it. It's not I want it. I need it. I wasn't going to just go easy. I wasn't just going to let life beat me down. And again, like I said, it goes deep because there's multiple things that I learned. Like I said, first, I learned that I need it. And when you need it, you'll make it happen. Secondly, I learned that it wasn't just life beating me down and me quitting. Because 9 times out of 10, people just throw their hands up and say, life is just hard, I'm just going to quit. No, I had to understand that the blame was right here. The blame was on me because it took me 6 times. But when I really took accountability, I said, are you studying hard enough? And the truth was I wasn't. The truth was that I was not studying hard enough. I was simply just doing a little bit, whatever, right? A little bit here, there, yeah, whatever. But once it took me 5 fucking tries before that, I had to pay every time. I had to study. I had to waste all those fucking months. I really told myself, bro, you need to fucking log in. And so what did I do? I picked up that fucking book and I studied like never before. I downloaded audio tapes of the fucking real estate book. I took online tests. I paid for online mock tests. So I was doing everything in my possible power to make sure that I got it done, that I could make it happen. And you see how much things I'm being taught? See, there's so many lessons in life that if you're just observant and you actually go out there and do things and learn, you will actually gain so much wisdom. So understand that, because that right there taught me, first of all, you can't want it, you have to need it. It's not want, it's need. First, want versus need. Next, what else did I learn? That it's not just life, it's you. Take accountability. If you're failing with women, 9 times out of 10, you're doing something. If you're failing in business, 9 times out of 10, you're doing something. So you really have to take a hard look in the mirror. If you're out of shape and you don't like your body, your fault. If you're unconfident, your fault. It's always your fault. You always have to take accountability. Because if after 5 tries, I said this is just too hard, maybe my IQ isn't good enough, maybe, the world is just too difficult, I would have quit. Wouldn't have got what I wanted. 3 feet from gold, like Think and Grow Rich says, right? I would have quit. But I needed it, and I took accountability. And so once I actually got it on the 6th try, it taught me so much because I was like, wow, if you really, really, really go after what you want, full force, full force and effect, you can have it. It doesn't matter what it is in this life. You can have it. You can have anything that you want. You really just have to set your mind to it, take full accountability every time you look in the mirror, ask yourself, are you doing what it takes? And you can have it. But you can't quit. Because sometimes you're this close. You're this close. But you're just right there about to break through. And then you have to ask yourself, am I going to quit here just because I haven't seen the result? Like I could have quit when I tried 5 times and I hadn't seen a result? Or do you need it that bad? Because you only get rewarded if you need it. You only get rewarded with YouTube subscribers if you need it. You only get rewarded with a woman instead of being an incel if you need it. You see what I mean? And it's not like a thirsty neediness. It's more so like, I require this from life. I require it. It's not it can happen, whatever. No. I require this from life. I require everything that I want from life. Some things might take longer than others. That's okay. I don't plan on quitting. I'll never quit. I will always continue. Anytime that I'm met with temporary failure, I will look myself in the mirror and I'll say, what can I do better? What can be done? What needs to be improved? That's the mindset that I have. It's pure accountability in every area of my life. And so guess what? If you have that type of mindset, you will continue to grow year after year. When I wanted to learn sales, what did I do? Because at that point, once again, I needed to learn sales. Once again, it all ties in. All the small lessons tie into the bigger picture in life. And that's wisdom. And so, like I said, the same thing with my real estate license at the time. I needed it. I didn't just want it. I needed it. So it's the same thing when I wanted to quit my job. Years later, I wanted to quit my job. I needed to quit my job. It was a requirement. I didn't want to go into fucking work and work for another man and get told what to do all day. I knew I was destined to be the boss. And so I needed it. And so what did I do? I learned from others. I said, who are the top people in this field? And that's the problem with people who are in sales or in any fucking area in any field in life, is that they will do something and they'll just do the bare minimum. For example, guys get into sales, right? And they won't study anything. They won't really study. They'll get into sales. They'll do the bare minimum to kind of learn a little bit about sales. Make a couple sales. I'm good. I'm set. See, you're never going to grow like that. You don't grow by just thinking that you know it all. I'm a student of life. I will never know it all. Doesn't matter what level of thinking you're at, you never know it all. Because if you think you know it all, then you've stopped growing. You've gotten comfortable at the level that you're at. I will never be comfortable at the level that I'm at, regardless of where I'm at. I will never accept that I know it all. No, I know nothing. I don't know what I don't know. There's still more out there to know. There's still more knowledge to be acquired so that you can apply it into your life and actually see growth. So most guys, like I said, they'll go into a sales job. They'll do the bare minimum. They won't grow. They'll see a plateau. Why? Because they don't sit there and actually study the people who are at the top. Like when I needed to learn sales, nobody taught me. I didn't have a coach. I said, who are the top people? Like this could be applied to anything. If you want to be in fucking a fitness coach, do you know the top people? If you want to be, I don't know, the best author, Do you know who the best authors are? Can you name them? Because as far as sales, I can name them. As soon as I needed to learn. First, I studied Grant Cardone. Grant Cardone. I went to his YouTube channel, listened to his audiobooks, read his books. The man inspired me. See, I gain inspiration from the people who are at the top because I'm like, if they made it there, I can as well. All I have to do is just learn from them. Go back, dive deep into their origin, and really figure out what did they do to get there. Because they did something. They weren't just born there. They didn't just wake up and say, here I am. No, it was a long process. So like I said, Grant Cardone, Tom Hopkins, Zig Ziglar, J. Douglas Edward, Taylor McCarthy. See, all these people I studied, Patrick Bet-David, Jordan Belfort. These people are people in sales that most sales guys don't even care to study. They don't even care to learn. And they're in that field. Why the fuck wouldn't you care to acquire knowledge from the top people? This guy has a lot of value. 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 Let me take all of that and let me learn and actually start implementing it so that I can start seeing results. Let me start implementing it so that I can start gaining experience. Because it's not just about learning. It's about learning and applying it. It's about taking that information and actually applying it. You see, like I said, first studied Grant Cardone, 10X Rule, Sell or Be Sold, The Closer Survival Guide. And I learned his origin story, right? His origin story is what? The dude was a fucking 20. He was in his 20s. He was broke. He was a loser. He was a drug addict. Now he's what? A billionaire? And it all started because the motherfucker had some fish that he wanted to get rid of. And what did he do? He went door to door. He sold the fish door to door. I'm in door to door sales. So it's inspiring to see that someone at his level started like that. They said, you know what? Let me get some fish. Let me go door to door. And he discovered sales. So why the fuck wouldn't I want to know what this man knows? And then once I study that person, I figure out, well, this person didn't just become that person by themselves. They learned from somebody. And then I go deeper down the rabbit hole. Okay, who did he study? Tom Hopkins. Okay, let me see who that guy is. Let me see what he's all about. Watch his videos, watch his seminars, actually study his books. And I start to see, oh, damn, this guy was a realtor? He used to go door to door? He made 364 house sales in a year? Wow, that's inspiring. That's crazy. He had a record for the amount of houses sold. I mean, he sold one house a day? That's crazy. See, and I can go on and on. Patrick Bet-David. Massive respect to Patrick, man. I love his videos. Valuetainment. Go back. Study the videos. Go down to the bottom. Learn his origin story. Learn the origin stories of the people who are in your field that you want to be like. So that you can figure out, gain some inspiration. It's not about copying them. It's about learning what did it take for them to get to where they're at. And then you add your own twist to it. Because you need directions. If you don't have directions to get from Florida to New York, you don't know if you're even going to end up in the right place. Most people are just winging it. They're not studying or anything. They're just winging it. And you don't know if you're going to end up in the right place if you're just winging it. You have to consciously have the roadmap open and say, okay, I want to go in this direction. And then you'll get there. If you just keep driving, keep going down the road. So Patrick Bet-David, guy was broke. He went through something in his life, escaped fucking Syria, no. I hope I didn't get that wrong. I believe he escaped Iran and then The guy literally became 100 multi-millionaire from what? Because of a point in his life where his dad went through something, and all of a sudden, here he is in the hospital. And what happens? The people treated him like shit. And so he said, you know what? I'm going to become a rich motherfucker. So it's inspiring to take information from the people who are at the position that you want to be at. So you, as a man, have to hold yourself accountable for learning from these people. Because if you just are okay with being where you're at, then nothing's ever going to change. No one's ever going to come save you. No one's ever going to come at your door and give you everything that you want. You have to study. You have to implement. You have to take action every day. Trust the process. And that's it. You can only just hold yourself accountable 100% and take accountability for the times when you are lacking, when you're not doing what you're supposed to do. Take a hard look in the mirror and ask yourself, am I doing what I'm supposed to do? It's that simple, guys. All right. Like the video, comment down below, and subscribe. I know, sometimes it's not all about the entertaining videos. Some videos are serious. Why? Because life is real. I don't have to sit here and joke all the fucking time. I'm not going to sit here and make funny videos, or like my videos. I never make just straight up funny videos, right? They always have some type of value or advice that you guys can implement into your life. But there's some videos that, it's not about, reacting to this video or this and that, right? So I get it if some people say, this is not my type of video. Whatever. This is for the video. This is for the people who is their type of video. And if it is, leave a like so I know you like this video, all right? Peace out. I'm out of here.